Hello and welcome back to Kaiserreich, and also this music is way too low. For once it's not too loud. I noticed something funny while I was just surveying the map. We have a Socialist Commonwealth of Canada division here, and they are the 45th Mittelafrikanische Division. So that's something. I'm thinking because they are a puppeted or liberated nation, they didn't have any they didn't have any designs, and so decided to grab designs from other AI nations, as the AI does. I believe it just copies them sometimes. And they got the Middle African division designs. So, alright. This is also why expeditionary forces are so garbage, because you get their designs and often they're just copied off of random other nations, and sometimes those designs are very, very bad. Let's see, what's happening here now? Why are they, they shouldn't be on... Yeah, that should be halted. Because we know for a fact that they have troops there. So we can't attack there yet. We're going to try to get this guy up to Invader, in terms of skills. So, I think, let's see, he needs to invade another place. Before that, we do need some garrisons, though, and I actually think we should... yeah, we should train some garrison divisions. How many do we need? Probably something like... 10 garrison divisions should be enough for a while, I think. We're only going to use them to garrison places like the islands that we need, and like very risky beachheads and stuff. Woody Guthrie Music Tour. With the reconstruction on the way, famed musician Woody Guthrie and his band, the Almanac Singers, has gone on a musical tour. Popular with many throughout the country, Guthrie and his band play old classics such as Solidarity Forever and There Is Power in the Union. Oh, not that. Oh, that is actually... That's default music, we don't need that. I'm just looking for a very specific song, because we're reading about Woody Guthrie right now, and... And surely we need to listen to... There's Power in the Union, but where is it? It's meant to be on this song list. There it is. Right, well... But they've also written many new songs such as This Land Is Your Land, or Ease My Revolutionary Mind, or Tear the Capitalists Down. And all you capitalists are bound to lose. The tour has proven to be widely popular in all the venues that he and his band play at. Cool. Well, let's see. Building slots and market socialism modifiers. Or let's go down to get all the way towards a New America to get all those massive bonuses. Oh, the research speed though? It's 50 days, and this is only... Oh, it's also 50 days. Maybe we should get the Great Leap Forward first. Yeah, let's get the Great Leap Forward first. Gives us dockyard output as well. Let's see, we should probably send these Marines down here just now, because they're not doing much over in Florida right now, so we can send them to attack across the strait, because Marines get bonuses for that kind of stuff, and possibly have them help take back the Bahamas. Focus on that before we do the Cuba invasion again, or try it again. Actually, let's not send our troops down here, because I think the supply situation is probably not... maybe we can. I'm thinking if we send our troops down here, it's going to be way too many troops stacked in one place, and we won't get any supplies in there, so... Let's actually send them up somewhere else. We don't really have that many fronts open at the moment, so... Honestly, we might want to... let's see, we might want to send them... Actually, I don't know. For some reason I've got an implanted memory or something in my mind of the commune having surrendered, but I don't know why. As well as the Union of Britain. Might just be my mind has just stopped working. Dude, who knows? Or I'm recording off of an old save, and again my mind has stopped working, in which case I'll probably catch it and then not release this episode, but nah, it's probably good. We're good. Let's see. Got free factories. Let's keep building up the naval stuff, because we're gonna need a massive navy, so we're gonna need a lot of dockyards. And we'll need a massive navy in order to actually get our navy... Or we're gonna need a massive amount of dockyards to actually get a proper navy up and running, which we don't have at the moment. We're destroying German destroyers that are prowling outside in the Sargasso Sea. That's good, at least. Ah, shit, they keep going back, of course, because of the plan. Guess we'll have to remove the plan, which means they need to, you know, do some planning again. Which is a bit unfortunate. Like, they need to replan that stuff. We might wanna set up like multiple invasions on different parts of the island, and then try to attack from multiple directions. There's just so many troops on Cuba. It's like a fortress at the moment. See, how many Marines do we need? We honestly don't need any more than one here. So I'm going to actually cancel 2 of these and then do this. And then we're going to try to... I'm thinking of expanding the Marine divisions to make them a bit more beefy, so that we can take over ports a bit easier. Or, yeah, you know, easier. Take over ports. Let's see, we got the medium tanks, and we have no medium tank core. So let's set one up. There you go, James... Oh, what's his name? James Garish Ord. There you go. Garish or Garishy, I don't know. Medium tanks are advanced dreadnought, cool. Are this icon. Let's call them some shade of red. I feel like we've sort of lost all of our red divisions at this point. So this is the light tank core, and this will be the medium tank core. There's justification of war against us or allies. Union of Britain is justifying war against us. Alright. So we could have, in theory, if we leave the Internationale, I think, we can have a war against the Syndicalists that we don't even have to provoke. Because the Liberation of Canada focus does not have a, like, you know, a bypass function that says is syndicalist or whatever, or is radical socialist. So they'll try to fight us even though we've already liberated them. That's a bit annoying, but hopefully they won't be able to declare war while we are at war, or in a joint war. But that might mean that we have a war coming after the war with Germany. The first World Science Fiction Convention. Today in New York City, the first ever World Science Fiction Convention was convened, gathering literary minds in science fiction to discuss and talk about the genre of science fiction. Oh my god, can you stop saying that so many times? It had such peoples as John W. Campbell, Isaac Asimov, Ray Bradbury, Donald A. Wollheim, Frederick Pohl, John Michel, Robert A. W. Lowndes, and Jack Giesby? I don't know. While it had a modest size of 200 participants, it was still considered a success, with a second one planned next year. The World of Tomorrow. Alright, so we got the Brooklyn division here. I believe we've seen multiple of that one. Oh god, that was actually a lot of ships that I saw there. The Germans, I believe, have a ton of ships in this region right now. How's the mine laying going? Is it going at all? It isn't. They're not getting there. Okay, first we'll, I guess we'll have to rebase them before they can actually get to their missions. Let's just make sure that everyone is actually near their mission zone. Their mission zone is not here, so they're not even near it. These guys are, though. And they're actually sinking Portuguese shipping. Some sort of naval combat going on over there. Alright, let's see. We're taking back the Bahamas in this region. Now we gotta, like, naval invade and take some others. Those guys are, I believe, are they landing? Or are they just... Nope. Okay, we'll have to take those islands as well. Wonder if we should ship troops over towards France yet, or if we should wait. Don't know how, like, the Germans aren't actually winning. They're just like beating their heads up against the French like entrenched soldiers and stuff. So in theory, we could wait them out. Oh, actually, what we should do is we should, in order to ensure that we might get a favorable peace deal, I guess, we should send Marines over towards the Union of Britain and prepare a naval invasion of Germany. Let's see, who are you on the side of? Nobody. You are at war with Insulindia, of course. Yeah, we'll naval invade Wilhelmshaven. Now their problem is that they don't want to go to Hull, apparently. There we go. Oh, they're just taking the worst possible route imaginable. There we go, that's a bit better, so they don't actually have to go through the English Channel, which is no doubt either mined... Well, actually, no, the AI rarely mines. I've never seen it happen. But it's either patrolled or being bombed. So that would be kind of silly of them. Yeah, there's attrition going on here. I'm going to send these guys up towards Florida, I think. Actually, no, not Florida. I'm going to send them up to Texas. And see, where would we need the... Let's send the light and medium tank corps over towards Britain as well. There we go. Just had to check that song wasn't the, like, Border Town or whatever it's called, because that song apparently gets your videos blocked from being viewable. Because of the settings, or the, like, the way that copyright holders decided to respond to people, well, using their copyrighted material, which I am. I am using someone else's copyrighted material in this video, in the sense that I'm using the background music from the Kaiserreich music pack, which contains a lot of copyrighted music. You know, the majority of it actually is copyrighted, which is regrettable and so on, but I think it adds a lot to the video if I have it. Oh, we're gonna need this for the production cost, so that we can build the navy up way faster. But yeah, it does add a lot to the video, the music, in my opinion. So I'm gonna keep it on for now. There might come a day where I feel like I can't. In which case, I will let you know, well ahead of time. For example, if I get partnered and I start having actual copyright strikes, which can actually delete your channel if you, or shut down your channel if you get too many. That becomes very problematic, and at that point, I would like do everything to sort of ensure that that doesn't happen. But for now, enjoy the dulcet, soothing Japanese tunes. We probably don't need this many troops, honestly. We've got 5 almost full armies. I think we can tone down the training of troops here quite a bit. There we go. Because we'll have to swap our... Well, let's go war economy. We'll have to swap our conscription laws and stuff. If you know, if we start draining our manpower as heavily as we're doing. From the mansions of the Rockefeller, the Morgans, the Carnegies, and the Vanderbilts, to the sharecroppers who run company stores, the land of the United States still belongs to the capitalists. The worst example being Murphy Ranch out in California, which was a hive of silver search activity during the war, and took months to starve out by our forces. It has been decided by Congress to exercise expropriation on these estates. Many of the southern and western estates have been given over to the local communes and established as public housing for the people. As expected, civilian armed resistance has cost us some lives, but few would have expected our own Red Guard to be ineffective at expropriation. One particularly tough nut to crack was in Montana, where the initial militia sent in turned traitor, and held on to a large estate for its warlord owner for 8 months before our Red Guard were forced to intervene. The program seems to be working, however, so there is no reason to reconsider. Who would have thought? Warlords? In our communist revolutionary nation? I know it's not fully communist, I suppose. But yeah, I believe that might be a reference to what was going on during the Chinese revolutions. Indian Revolution Committee. The native people of America, I swear to God, I thought that was like actually India, but I forgot about the whole that thing. The native people of America have long been mistreated by the old capitalist government. Through the Bureau of Indian Affairs, they stole their land to turn for the to turn a profit. That's yeah, slight mistake there. Now that we have done away with the old Bureau government, we can address the issue of the Indians. Thus, the Indian Revolution Committee has been created. The IRC will work with local tribes and communities about how to handle the abuses that the Bureau government did and how the revolution and its ideals can be implemented within their territory. I've heard that song so many times, I'm just gonna skip it. Okay, it seems the trip across the Atlantic went relatively safely, without incident. Oh shit, this is actually taking a long time to invade. We're gonna do it though, the Portuguese are falling, and the Bahamas will be ours. After which we still have these islands, still being held by Portuguese forces as well. Puerto Rico and all that. Puerto Rico is our core, so we need to take that back. Now the French are trying to take the port of Spain, so we'll have to retake that, possibly, if we lose it. It doesn't seem like we're losing it now, though. Going to have them exercise and get their experience up to... I think it's seasoned, isn't it? This is trained, right? Yeah, this is trained, and yeah, I believe it's seasoned. Oh, it's regular, never mind. Seasoned is above it, right? And then veteran or something? Or am I just incorrect in that there is no seasoned? Saudi Arabia declared war on the Sultanate of Egypt. Alright. America in the International. Now that we have joined the International, we should fully contribute to the International and play our role in the International. Jesus Christ. Or International. You gotta like go visit the Department of Redundancy department or whatever. Because like this is yeah, this is a bit intense. I'm not gonna send advisors, I don't think, because... Well, A, we can't right now, because we need to take Puerto Rico, I think. But also, we don't necessarily feel that much kinship with the Totalists. I'm gonna have this army train, just because they are quite... Oh! Robert E. Lee, that... Didn't we just demolish a statue of him? But yeah, I'm gonna have these guys train, because so many of them are not regular. Like level 3. Take to the waves. Is done. Arsenal of Liberty is not necessary at all. Some of the stuff is going to be necessary at some point in the near future, but now I think we need to do the homes for the people. We're still lacking light tanks, it seems. Yes, we are. We're lacking every tank, apparently. I haven't added a medium self-propelled artillery to the medium tanks, have I? I have not. Oh, they actually still have a light tank in them. I'm gonna remove that now. And then medium self-propelled artillery gives us some soft attack. And we'll start adding the support equipment, or support companies. Travel in America. With the revolution over and reconstruction underway, debate over the future of travel has come up. Automotive unions believe that cars will be the perfect vehicle for the new America. That's America nowadays. A symbol of the freedom that Americans fought for. However, the train unions contest that claim and believe that America should invest in trains as a way to help connect all the towns and cities. Who shall Congress support? So, I'm going to support the train unions, even though in this America the car thing is not a problem. Theoretically, the idea of cars, you know, the cars themselves are private property, ostensibly I would assume, and those with better cars would be better suited to travel, and those without cars or without the ability to afford a car and so on and so forth would not be able to travel. So you want to invest in the public transportation so that, you know, everyone has an equal amount or equal ability to travel. That's my my 2 cents on that. Let's see, where did I train? Where did I train the Delta Division? I trained them over here. Actually, we have quite a lot of light tank divisions coming out now. Let's send them all to Europe then. And let's set the garrison units here to garrison the islands. Yeah, we need to garrison Bermuda, because nobody's garrisoning that. Oh my god, why can I not speak? I think it's a bit too early in the morning. He says recording the video at 2 PM. I don't think we need to garrison anything else at the moment. We'll burn that bridge when we come to it. Oh yeah, M1 carbine. Let's get that, or carbine. I believe that is a regional thing, like a dialect accent type separation and not an actual different word. But I've heard Americans get upset if you don't call it a carbine. Oh, this is the, yeah, the kazoo song. It sounds so much like a kazoo. It's the Sentinel of Brazil. Yeah, then we'll take San Juan, take Puerto Rico, and then we'll take the French Caribbean. And what is this? This is the Leeward Islands. And after that, the only thing that really remains in the Caribbean is Cuba. Well, also Jamaica. Well, no, Jamaica is ours, yeah. So the only thing that remains is Cuba. We probably don't have enough... Actually, no, this might have been upgraded. Yeah. So we probably have enough then to create a design for the new dreadnoughts. We need to have the most, like the heaviest guns and everything, of course. It's really expensive to put them on in terms of experience. We don't have enough to create the new design. I'll create the the halfway point. This is an unfinished design, but I also need to open up my text document where I have the saved names that people suggested for the ships. So in terms of names of people, well, actually this one could be like, this is a pretty big and important ship, so it needs a big and important name. This could be the Red America. No, the Red America sounds so sinister for some reason. It needs to be a more hopeful name. I'm gonna think of the name, or think about the name a bit, because this is gonna be like our main dreadnought design, and dreadnoughts are basically like, you know, super heavy battleships, kind of. Slightly, I believe, smaller in general than the slightly smaller than, you know, the like the actual super heavy battleships of history, like the Yamato class in Japan, which was 80,000 tons. And I looked it up. The heaviest super heavy dreadnought in the Kaiserreich lore, at least the old lore, was the Kaiser Wilhelm class, which starts in the game here, and that one was 72,000 tons, so slightly smaller than the Yamato. Actually, no, the Kaiser Wilhelm was slightly larger. The Kaiser Wilhelm was the 80,000 tons, and the Yamato was the 72,000 tons one. Oh my god, we need an anthem. Oh shit, this is a hard choice, and because I love like songs like this and stuff, so I need to think about this one, and I think you guys should get to think about this one, and then also tell me in the comments which one you prefer, because we are at the end of the video. What should be the new national, or the new anthem of the Socialist Republic of America? Solidarity forever. There is power in a union, or this land is your land. We've heard all of them. Which one do you prefer? Either way, I want to say thank you so much for watching. If you're interested, you can find a bunch of relevant information in the description down below, such as my Twitter, my Twitch, and my Patreon if you'd like to support me there. Of course, not necessary at all. And also, there's one thing I keep forgetting. Yes, it is the Discord, which is extremely active nowadays. A bunch of nice people in there. Always happy to engage in respectful and mild-mannered discussion, as well as, you know, posting memes and generally just having a good time. So check that out if you're interested in that. And that is about it. Again, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.